Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be very interesting, I promise you. I'm joined by one of my very good friends to talk on our experiences as experts here in the UK, and we touched on very serious subjects such as racism and even more interesting subjects such as our hair and our African food. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Okay. story.
I'm all ears.
So, this was, I think, shortly before I moved to the UK, and I started to really think about what. So already I was considering like, okay, if I was going to get a 9 to 5, I was probably going to go into product management. So I was on YouTube, practicing some product management, product sense, interview questions.
Yeah.
So then some guy asked a question to one lady. So the idea is they do like mock interviews. So yeah, and I was going to just pause.
Was it like a real life interview?
No, it's mock, right? So they come up with like different questions, but
okay.
like they put you like in like an interview setting. So they asked a question and then someone was going to answer. So I was watching someone's mock interview, but I was also practicing. So what I was going to do is I would hear the question and then pause, and then and then try to come up with my own answers. So the guy now said, design an app for a park. And then I paused the video. And then yeah. And then I started to think about Lagos Island, how it's so difficult to get parking there. Okay, so if I was going to so that was how I was now thinking about how difficult it is to park in Lagos Island. You know, how so many people are working there and they drive to work and then they have to deal with these touts. And then I was thinking about, an app really to solve that problem.
Oh,
when I pressed play
to listen to the response,
and I realized it was a recreational park.
Would you call that like a cultural shock or what?
I was like, I can't even relate. To and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I may have a problem, because if I can't even relate, like someone is talking about a park,
and you're thinking of something.
First thing
but
that
imagine if
came
that was real life. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I'm sure the interviewer will be lost.
Yeah, he'll be wondering,
What is she
why?
saying?
Why are they having difficulty parking? Well, they may understand, that they have difficulty parking, but they will not be able to understand, like, touts, collecting money, all these things. So I think I was like,
and I know that if you go to East Africa, their parks are like zoos.
see,
So
like at the end of the day, I know that there are parks in maybe Lagos or something. They are not places that a lot of people go to. The one in Lekki, what's the name of that one? Lekki Conservation something. Yeah, it's not a park, like, right? So, and you can literally finish everything in that place in maybe like 1 hour.
Yeah.
Like you're done. You go on that. What's that?
The long
thing,
bridge,
and then
that's
you
it.
see the monkeys and the fishes, and then that's it. I guess yeah, that just came to my mind when I was just thinking about how, like, cultural differences. There's one thing that people do here that there is no time I hear it, and I hear it on a daily basis, is how they greet. Are you alright? When someone says, "Are you alright?"
Like,
right?
sure, okay.
Yes. That's the first. So even though now I know that they are just like, greeting me,
Like, okay, good.
but it's like hello,
Yeah.
literally. But my Nigerian brain is always like, why are you
Processing.
asking me if I'm alright? Like, I'm not, or
I'm not
like,
sick.
oh, is there something that is on my face, or is it that I'm frowning, and then they're trying to understand if I'm
If you're
okay
good.
or whatever. Like, oh. So,
Oh my
what are
days.
some of the things that they do here that you just, find funny?
So a few things. One,
Yeah.
everybody has dogs. I
That-
remember when I was moving, I'm not sure if I've just said you this, and then the interviewer asked, oh, so do you have any pets or dogs, cats, any dependents? And I'm thinking, I thought it was a ridiculous question. I'm like, will a dog
That's an actual dependent.
keep me? I didn't realize until I moved. And then everywhere, all over the street, you're walking, and then there's a dog, there's a cat,
That
and they
one-
literally take care
that
of them like
one-
their kids.
I can't get over that one.
Yeah.
Like, maybe in places like, some places on the island, you see people walking their dogs and
But it's
everything.
not as serious.
A lot of houses, you just see the plaque, beware of dogs.
Exactly.
Right.
Maybe they're indoor.
Yeah,
when you
they're
visit homes
indoors.
and you see the
Now, like,
pets, not
Alsatian dogs are literally on the street. Like,
there are times. There was a time I had a meeting at work, and then one of my colleagues, a senior person, said, "Oh, he couldn't come because he had to babysit the dog. His wife was away." And I'm like, "Okay." I was struggling to understand.
dogs are not just like dogs.
They're part of the family.
They are part of the family.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Calabar people will feel about this. That's a case of if you know, you know. I think again is, although I can understand why it's like that here. So we did this course when I just resumed work. So they have like this bunch of like onboarding courses that you have to take, and one of it was on diversity and inclusion. And
It's a thing here.
they're trying to like help you identify some things that you might not be able to relate to because you're not a minority. And even though I am a minority at work, my results showed like I was white.
Yeah.
Because I have never experienced being different in an environment or being looked at differently or be whatever, because I'm coming like straight from a predominantly black environment, so I can't relate with a lot of the questions that they were trying to use to point out to people that hey, people are different in their orientation, their race, their culture, their whatever, so just be considerate and everything. But even though it's meant to be talking to me, but I'm like, okay, I can't relate. But have you experienced any form of like racism or microaggression, like since you were?
No, not really.
I think it was just once for me, and I was profiled at TK Maxx, the one at Wembley, and I had left and I was like down the escalator, and then the guard ran after me and was like, oh, that he would like to see my receipt and the things in my bag.
They never check for receipts.
And that's the thing, right? So I didn't even know that I was being profiled until I was now walking home. I'm like, why did this single me out?
Yeah.
And it's just some of those things where if you've not been used to being discriminated against, sometimes you don't even know. Like I'm sure like black people that maybe grew up here or whatever would have noticed that. As a matter of fact, I saw a video on TikTok inside TK Maxx in another place, a guy being profiled, and the guy was very mad. Like, why did you single me out?
Yeah.
Why did you I didn't even know, or I didn't
think.
yeah, so I didn't feel offended.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, see my
Just
receipt,
like-
we can check the stuff. And it was on my way home I started to feel like,
Why you?
yeah, why me? And it just goes to show how sometimes if you don't know that someone, like, you're fine with it, right? So like if he was just doing his job, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, or he could probably just be
Yeah, he
doing
was
his
doing his
job.
job,
But
but
nothing
why-
beeped, had moved, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the only reason that it registered in my head that maybe I was
the
being
subtle.
is because I'm not in an environment where everyone is like talking about microaggression, discrimination, and everything, and I wouldn't have maybe taken offense to that on a normal day.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, some of those little things. I think
Maybe having some subtle ones, but I just really don't pay attention to
that's
it.
the only maybe you don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
like at work, for example, I'm the only black person on my team, and I don't feel some type of way because I work with other people from, you know, like different ethnicities that are not white as well.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
So,
But people have asked me questions around, oh, so how long have you been in the UK? Your English is very good. They said that to me, and I've never taken offense to that. No, even till now. You know why? Because I remember my first year in Covenant University, and everybody was also, where did you grow up in Lagos? I'm like, no, I did not grow up in Lagos. I grew up in Akure. No, but where did you go to school? All right, I went to school in Akure. So how come you can speak English? People have asked me that in my school in Nigeria. So I'm not once, not twice.
yeah.
And I just used to wonder, why are they asking me?
Because maybe they feel from your background, since you didn't school in Lagos, then you should.
Yeah, because in their mind, Akure is probably maybe like some bush somewhere, and you know. So like someone saying that to me here,
You didn't think it was any.
I didn't think it was, I didn't feel offended,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of people would have gone like, what do you mean? You know?
I think sometimes when you're confident about yourself, certain things doesn't really bother you. Then what I was going to say was that the organizations or the firm that we work for too may also have helped our own experiences. Because the firm I work with, diversity and inclusion is a big deal. It's you know, every time we're having awareness and trainings, you know, just to ensure that everyone is treated properly with respect, you know, blah blah blah. So, and perhaps, you know, you also said that you had some training when you joined your firm. So I think those things sort of frames the experiences that we've had, maybe, and then we have not really felt the heat of racism in any way. But
yeah, but I'm not gonna lie that right now, like sometimes I'm not like paying attention to how people talk to me or people treat me. But I know, not like generally not here.
Okay.
But I know that is only coming because now it's in my consciousness that some of these things happen.
Yes.
The fact that maybe you're black is the fact that maybe you're female in a predominantly like male environment and all those things. So I think it's too much stress really when you're like consciously trying to like listen for some of those microaggressions and everything. I don't know.
I think when you're listening, when you're looking out for it, that's when you're just going to put yourself in some kind of
like
state.
I think it's too much stress. I think it's too much stress.
Ordinarily, how would you react? Like if there was a direct.
I think it depends on how or what the person has done.
Take for example the profiling example.
The profiling example.
If maybe there were other people that, you know, had big bags like yourself and they were
no, like people passed. Well, like people passed. He singled me
So would
out.
you have done anything differently? Like
I probably would have challenged him like, what's
Why?
the issue? Yeah, it wasn't like I passed and
there was a
anything
big-
beeped on me. You just thought that you needed to come and search me. Like
why?
it's embarrassing, right?
Yeah.
That you're being like, I wasn't pulled to the side because I was already on the side because I was going to come out of the door, but I realized that I was holding my jacket and it was cold. So I was just standing on the side, but I already saw him coming down. And the moment I saw him coming down, I felt like he was coming to me, right? So I was already on the side,
Yeah.
but I know that if I was not on the side, it would have pulled me to the side while everyone was passing by to be checking
What you had.
my trolley, whatever. I've seen like situations where some people have tried to mansplain things to me. Yeah.
That's a complex word.
So yeah, so like, you know, I work with a lot of, you know, men, and it's obviously like when you work in tech, and when you work closely with engineering, a lot of the times there are not many women there.
Yeah.
Like it's just
a
how
male-dominated
it's
field.
just how it is. But I've realized that, you know, there's some people that try to, you know, when they try to talk down at you or try to break things down
In a
in
certain
a way that
like-
it feels like they're talking to a 6-year-old when they're talking to you. You know, when someone changes their tone, I've picked on some of those things, but I've also realized that sometimes I feel like maybe I come across to some people as like I'm not aggressive, I'm not like in your face, I'm not one of those people that in meetings I'm the loudest or whatever. I only talk when I
you
have something to
yes.
say.
I thought it was just me.
But I also know that consciously, once in a while, even if I don't have anything to say, I have to start to say something,
True.
because it starts to register in people's minds that you know, or make
Like,
people feel like this
you're
one
not
doesn't,
contributing
yeah,
or
you're not
adding
contributing or
any
whatever.
value to the
Like
session.
I do a lot of the work, but I don't necessarily have to talk about it.
Yeah.
There's a particular person I work with. I don't know the meeting we're always in that this person doesn't talk about their past experience. Oh, there was a time I was working on this project. Oh, I remember when I was working at this thing and I was also working on this project and whatever. And what that does is sometimes, you know, I'm just like, what is the relationship between
That and this.
But you know, if you also think about it, is this guy talking about the like just the range of things he's worked on, and even if you know more than this person, if you're not consciously putting it out there that you have the capacity to do some of these things, like, you know, what he's talking about may totally be unrelated to the meeting, I'm telling you. Like, but this guy almost in every meeting he
Refers
says
back to
some things that, you know, to show that he's got the expertise or, you know, to do some of these things. And you know, it's one of the things I was talking to someone about, like, as women sometimes we're just okay just delivering stuff in the background, and we don't
blow your own trumpet.
Yeah,
I learned that too recently. When I started my career too, you do a lot of background work, and then you just keep quiet. You don't necessarily you don't flaunt what you have done, or you just. But I'm like, people, and then there's some people that haven't done like half of what you do.
They're like,
and then the way they talk about it and then
like
explain
it's
it, and you're like, okay. So I've learned to also blow my own trumpet when I have to, not disregarding team's commitment, team's effort if, you know, it's a collaborative project or thing, but still let what you have done be made known. As simple as when you're in meetings with clients and then just introducing yourself. You know, I just go to lines, you know, basic stuff.
Yeah, my name is this,
what I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then, you know, kind of have people in the call. Okay, so I had like 5 years here, 10 years there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know,
I could do that too. So when I start, okay, where I am 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
And you're very
you know,
correct.
highlights of this are your this is you, so like, why not talk about it or speak about it when you have the opportunity to do so?
Very correct. Very correct. And I think I made that mistake even this week, for so many reasons. That meeting was just wrong for me because the title of the meeting was not what I was expecting the meeting to be about, right? So I was just like, why am I the only one attending this meeting? And
your team?
Yeah, no one else on my team was going to go for that meeting. It was just going to be myself and my boss and then some other people. And everyone was like going around, just introducing themselves, and I just introduced myself as my name and my role. And I had a one-to-one with my boss after that meeting, and it was like, you need to like speak up more.
Yeah, talk about your profile.
Do you understand?
You've done well.
I was just like, I knew what I did.
Yeah.
But the fact that someone else has now picked up on it, I was not like,
you have to be intentional.
Now I have to be. So if you guys see me with the shoulder pad, just know that I'm training myself to toot my own horn. People pay attention to these things. So when you're loud, people know. And that's why sometimes you see on the job, you're wondering, you're better than this person. Like, how did this person get this role? How is this person commanding this kind of salary? If you're aware of that, well, it's because of how they sold themselves.
Exactly.
It's how they've sold themselves, in interviews and everything.
Exactly.
And that's why when I say it's not about the certification, right? How can you sell yourself as an individual, what you've done, and speak confidently about it, and paint a picture of the problem that you solved and all those kind of things, and it's very key.
That picture.
It's very key. Another thing, is it feels like I don't know. So this has to do with, everyone assumes that all black, well, not everybody, let me not generalize. People assume that all black people look alike. Like, they can't tell the difference. So,
it's possible. Like, you think, don't you think that all Chinese people look alike?
No, they have similar features.
Yes.
But that's about it.
So perhaps through their lenses, too,
if I've seen someone before,
features.
how can people on my team see another black girl and think that was me? These are people that we work together. I'm like, really? I feel guys like serious right now, like, we work every day.
We clearly don't look alike.
No, so there's the part of the fact that this is the second look I have this week, and I barely have the same look for more than like 2 weeks at a time. So every 2 weeks I have like a different hairstyle at work, and everyone's like, oh, I didn't know that was you. So sometimes, I don't know if that helps. Then there is you don't
know if that is not helping.
That is not helping. Then the other part is the fact that, why can't they tell that we're wearing wigs? So I'm changing all my looks, and they're like, oh my gosh, your hair is so long. The long braided one that I had, I was like, your hair is so long. Like, why? You need to wear this more. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you seriously cannot tell. And this is even like women. You seriously cannot tell that there's something in between, or there's lace somewhere, or whatever. Like, they genuinely ask me.
You know what? Okay.
Sometimes some of them now, like some of the ladies that I've told, sometimes they're not like, so is this your hair or is this still a wig? Because they're still kind of, and I'm like,
really?
Okay.
I try, because I've heard that before. So I try to maintain a particular look for work. But I think what has helped for me is because I work a lot from home. I go into the office once a week, so I have a particular look, like a wig. I have a wig that is dedicated to work, so that you always don't miss out on doing. Not the long one, and it's similar to what I have on my my profile picture. So I just try to help them. And
there's another one, is the fact that I didn't know that I was going to be conscious of the smell of my food at work. So like when I first joined the company, they only used to serve cold food, so cold salad, like
for lunch or breakfast.
It was even breakfast. It was like, so it could be yogurt with juice or whatever, but it was never like cooked. Well, some cooked stuff, but it always came out of the fridge.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I saw like fried rice salad. Yeah, it's rice. It looks like fried rice, but it's cold because it's salad. There's pasta, but it's salad. There's like different things, like they just make those things, right? And I just couldn't eat it. So I used to bring my food
to work.
to the office.
What is it, the efori roll?
No,
or the ofada?
No. I think I took ofada once. I took jollof rice for the most part, but it's just the
aroma.
Yeah, but it smelled good, so I didn't take anything with Iru to the office. But you know, it's just like everyone turning to check, like, where's that coming from? And then, even though it's positive, I've also found that it can be
distracting.
It can be negative in the sense
Some
that,
people.
for example, if it's like it's for food you're taking to the office or something, and the smell is funny and people can't understand it, and they can't understand that this is how it's meant to smell. It's not rotten. It's just It's just
I remember one time I think it was jollof rice to work. So the way my office is, we have like a cafeteria, a restaurant downstairs where you can buy food or eat your meals as well. And then on all of the floors too, you also have like kitchen areas where you can microwave your food and eat. So I was gonna have lunch with a colleague, and I knew the amount my food was going to be, so So I told her like, okay, I'll just warm it here and then we'll go downstairs to eat. She said, right, like their room. I said, who cares, please? So since then, I never bother anymore. I just microwave my food, and I'm happy that it smells so good.
Yeah, then everyone is like wondering,
where's the smell coming
Eventually,
from?
I used to take food for my colleagues, and they used to like it. Like,
nice.
yes, so even
what
till
do
now,
you take?
jollof rice, fried rice, and then they're like always asking, so how do you make this? Oh, this is like, so some of them try to relate it to maybe some of the food from so I work with some Asian people, and
they're
able to like relate with some of them and everything. But I think the thing that even started out was we had like Black History Month, and then they said they were going to serve jollof rice at work. And I was excited, and that was the time they were still serving cold food.
It wasn't called jollof rice.
So I didn't understand why the jollof rice was from the fridge.
And I was just
it was from the fridge, but then there was warm bolly with it.
Wow.
So I was telling people, oh, jollof rice, and the taste was so disappointing. And I had to tell them, I said, sorry, this is not it. I am going to bring you some Nigerian jollof rice, and they all loved it and everything. I think that other one about sharing a house and cooking.
Yeah.
That one, like everyone knew me in the house share.
Yeah.
Like Saturdays, I would just spend like 6 hours in the kitchen and something like 6 hours straight just cooking my stuff because
for the week.
The only thing is I feel for the people that spread their clothes downstairs because when I make my ofada, my everything, I know how I smell after cooking, and I can only imagine what's going on with their clothes that they've just spread near the kitchen. But hey, like that's not my fault.
You gotta eat.
Again, it's just like the simplicity of the lifestyle. Like people here, maybe there are people who show off or do like really extravagant things, but for the most part I just see people just going for walks, just chilling, sitting on benches, going to parks, running. It's just some of those simple things. And I think about like what is it that we do in Lagos except
it's just
going
a
out
lot.
to eat. Like apart from going out
our
to
life
eat,
in Lagos is just
like and going to clubs,
parties, weddings, family,
that's what
events.
people
Family, church, you know, church activities
That's for you people.
and all that.
That's for you people. You know.
There's always something. There's always something.
Yeah.
It was funny when I moved, and then I had my weekend to myself. I'm like, okay, so
What am I doing?
I can't have the time.
And it's the opposite for me. So for every time I have moved, even when I was in Nigeria, for every time I move apartments, it comes with the same resolution, guys. I'm going to improve my social life. I'm going to be going out.
I dragged that to the park
I'm
today.
going to be doing this. So I moved from Abulegbo to Yaba. Nah.
I didn't change.
I moved from Yaba to Ikoyi. Nah. I moved from Ikoyi to another place in Ikoyi. Nah. I moved to the UK. Nah.
Until so he dragged you to the park. Yes.
But wait, guys. Like I said, I was going to be traveling more and going out more.
Okay, but you've done
I've
that.
gone to Reading.
Yeah.
And now I'm out.
Yeah.
I pay the price
Yeah.
for every time I go out. Today, just coming out, even though I'm having fun, you know, chilling with my girl.
Yeah.
But my legs are killing me. And I know that I'm going to pay for this.
Yeah. But then you
outing,
just have to still.
that I may not be able to walk tomorrow. I may have to.
You think about the fun you had today and tell yourself it was worth
It doesn't take away the pain. We need to tell you about this. We're trying to get. I'll try and insert some pictures.
Yeah, put the pictures.
We're trying to get like like
Pictures
a
in
jump
the
shot,
air.
and we kept trying to jump, but we
I got
kept
100 attempts. Oh my God.
I don't even know how many pictures. We probably need to count. And for every single time, we were on the ground.
We're trying.
But we kept jumping.
We kept jumping.
But that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun, really.
That was fun. That was fun. You
Yeah.
didn't introduce yourself to my audience. Or I didn't introduce you.
Yeah, you didn't introduce me.
Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
Hi,
here
guys.
with Toyin, my friend. You'll probably see her in another video because I feel like she has some, nice gems to speak.
Yeah. Thank you,
Especially in terms of like, career-wise and stuff. She's a veteran when it comes to.
Amen.
Yeah. So you'll probably be seeing her more, but yeah, she's one of my. So, true story. Yeah. I'm 4 days older than her. We've been friends since 2003.
Big sister.
Yeah. I'm her big sister, guys.
August 15th, August 19th, same year.
So please give me my respect. Call me
Big sis.
no auntie.
Auntie me.
Yeah, much better.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
that's one thing that here I'm trying to get used to calling people by their
first
names.
name.
And just because sometimes I can tell that someone is not young, right? And this person is probably old enough to be my dad. And then I have to call them by their name, I think it's something I'm used to it now, but it doesn't. I still think about it.
subconscious,
Yeah, I still think about it that sometimes I want to call someone Mr. something, because I just feel like I shouldn't be calling this person by their name because
So for me, it's different because my background in Nigeria, I used to work with the anyways,
Yeah.
what would it be first? Yeah, but our policy was first name, so
Yeah.
regardless of who you are, where you are, the country, single partner, it's a first name basis.
I think the first
So
name,
initially when I started, it was a struggle, especially for my bosses and all. You don't even use sa or ma. It's first name first, no sa, but I still put the ma, the sa, and they correct you like Tony. It is call me Femi, call me, But later I got better, so it wasn't so
I think
hard.
I do it, but the Yoruba girl in me still feels like I need to still respect my elders sometimes. and it's just what it is, really,
right,
because
yeah.
it's something that has been instilled
Yeah.
in us for the longest time. So even if I'm calling people by their names, I still
Try to put the due respect.
not even the due respect, like those kind of things. Like it's done, right? It's the fact that I feel like in my mind, this is not right. I feel like this is not right. We probably shouldn't be doing this, but it's okay. Our cultures are like very
they're
different,
and funny. You know how cultures can be. So even in Nigeria, because I work in a place where it's a first name policy, first name thing. You know, as a client, and it's a different culture there.
Yeah.
So initially, you're used to where you're coming from, and you just address it by their first name. But then I have some clients,
That will
correct
look at you like-
I remember one time I sent an email to someone. I put their, let's say Ifoma, dear Ifoma, blah blah blah. Blah, blah, blah. So when she responded, she said, "Hi Tony, please address me as Mrs. This."
Although you see those kind of things like more in like Africa and stuff, right? So it's just some of those kind of.
But it's also because their culture, expects they have that thing for maybe titles and respect for senior people or senior.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed this content, you know what to do: like, subscribe,
and
share. Bye.
Bye guys. Thank you for having me, Jadisola.
You're welcome.